stop the sun from shining.
Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me today. I'm here with November Tarot reading. Now if you want to, you can treat this like pick a card and pick a number between 1 and 5 now. If you do that, you might want to just focus on that one number, or alternatively you can look at all the cards and just see if they all relate to your life. Okay, so let's go to the board now, and if you're new, please subscribe and click that notification bell right now. I would really appreciate that. I'm using different cards to what I normally use, just for a change. Just felt like a change. This is like a holiday, isn't it? A bit. That one comes out. Wow, there's a whole group there, so I'm not going to read whole groups of cards like that. Okay, so we're doing card number 1. If you want to, because it's for the month, you can regard each card as a week with a few days at the end. 30 days have September, April, June and November. So there'll be 2 cards, there'll be 2 days. This 5th card relates to right at the end of the month if you want to treat it as week by week. Up to you. Ball's in your court. All right, card number 1. I'm going to go with that one. Closing my eyes now. What do I see? I get the sense of opals. Okay. Opals have lots of meaning. In some cultures they mean death, but I don't understand how or why, because they're so very beautiful. They are in a couple of countries, I believe, but Australia is the most well known. We have a lot of opal mines here, and Australia is one of the few, I think we're the only country in the world that produces a thing called pineapple opals, and they've got all these sort of little jagged bits sticking out, and they're quite beautiful. So to me they represent all of the colours of the rainbow and all of the variations of light and life and light as well. The card that comes up here is the 10 of rods, or the 10 of wands, depending on what group you want to, what cards you normally follow. This is like super spiritual, motivation, inspiration. It's really quite, it can be really beneficial. There's another side to it though, and sometimes people think it's depression because there can be confrontation that goes with it. And so it's how you view it yourself, how you view the situation. The motivation, the inspiration to achieve and do something, but sometimes it's not easy to do that. And because it's spiritual energy coming to earth, and you might be trying to turn it into something, make something happen, there can be challenges with it. Whichever way you look at it, it is the end of a cycle, because a new cycle is beginning. Okay, 10 of rods or 10 of wands. Okay, so let's have a look at the second card, number 2. Let's see how we go. Yeah, okay, that one there. Alrighty, so closing my eyes now. Dogs. Dogs are very affectionate and loyal, generally speaking. They're a herd animal. They look to you for leadership. And so if you've picked card number 2, or perhaps the second week of the month, the second week of the month, it may become a time where you have to step up into a leadership role in some way, whether that be with your friends or your family, or perhaps at your work. The card that comes up is the 4 of Cups. This is beautiful for your emotions. There's a lot of growth here. And Spirit is handing you a cup, and it's basically saying that 4 of Cups is basically saying that it's going to be emotional in some way, but it can be positive, and again it could be negative. Sometimes, as in a relationship, for example, there might be some sort of confrontation again, or some sort of sadness around it, but it's beneficial ultimately because of all of this growth. These green leaves brings growth and opportunity, even if at first it looks like it's a difficult situation. Okay, there's growth that comes from a difficult situation perhaps. Alrighty, now we're up to card number 3. Card number 3. Whoa. Okay, cards falling out. I'm having that issue today. They're just falling out all over the place. Alright, let's go with that one on top. Closing my eyes. Gold, yellow, solar plexus, fatherhood issues, things to be, things to be overcome with ultimate success at the end. Okay, I see some clouds in the sky, and the words are, they pack a punch. So it's something impactful that's likely to happen in November, and perhaps it's the third week of November as well. It packs a punch. It's a potent situation. But clouds blow away. They blow in and then they're gone, you know. So this is a temporary thing that is gone in a short duration. Also, cigarettes. Perhaps you're thinking of giving up smoking if you smoke. Sometimes cigarettes are a symbol of addiction. It could be any addiction that you're dealing with that you're finding it a bit difficult. The card that comes up is the Knight of Pentacles. Here's the gold and the yellow. Okay, this is typically like a young masculine energy. There's a lot of potential here in this card. And it's through being responsible and perhaps hardworking that you can achieve on the physical level, because it's pentacles. So this could involve your money, and often this gold with the solar plexus, it means success. Okay, but there's a lot to go through in order to obtain that success. So you could be stepping out on something new involving money, or perhaps possessions. It could be possible to mean your body as well, a new diet, a new exercise regime or something like that, but mostly it usually means money. So Nine of Pentacles could be a new job or a new way of money, making money, and also acquiring sufficient skills to carry that out. So you might want to retrain or study. Okay, that's number 3. Let's look at number 4 now. Who's got problems with their right knee? I just feel something going on there. Okay, determination. It's like somebody who's strong-willed and has strong determination. Oh yeah, it's getting stronger as I'm saying that. That's definitely on the mark. I feel it's a woman, but sometimes this woman, it's a mature woman like post 50. Sometimes this woman is so strong that it actually goes against herself. She's like sabotaging herself because she's not adjusting or being flexible enough. Now it's in my head and it's on the right side. This woman has had to be like a man in some way because maybe she had to rear her family on her own, didn't have a partner, a male partner or male energy around her, and she's had to be strong for the children. You can give up that type of strength now and turn it over to spirit, and that will allow you to be more flexible with your life. The card that comes up is the Queen of Pentacles. This is beautiful for your money. This is somebody very accomplished, and yes, she's definitely had to be strong. Often it's somebody who's quite intelligent, and she likes order in her life. She likes efficiency. It's sort of like a Capricorn, or someone who has, Saturn factors in her astrology. And she's likely to be quite comfortable materially and feel quite secure. My right ankle is also buzzing as I'm saying this. But what I would say is to get more in touch with the feminine and let go of the masculine, because all of these things I'm feeling in my body are on the right side, okay? And you've had to be strong to get this far, I get it. And now you can relax a bit and get more in touch with your feminine. All that gold there is about success as well. Okay, so let's look at the next one and see what comes out. Go with that one. Yeah, I'll go with that one. Closing my eyes, what do I see? Yes, helicopter, taking the big picture view. But the thing about helicopters, they can go zoom right down to details as well. So they can go high and see in future what's coming, or they can zoom down to the details and really look at the grassroots level. I want to say something about helicopter parenting, whatever your views of it are. It's probably, you know, whether you agree or disagree, it's probably a good idea to let children have some freedom and their own space so they can develop. Okay, the card that comes out is the Six of Swords. This is typically like moving away from a difficult situation. Something might have been difficult in the past, but now things are smoother sailing, okay? You're not seeing any white caps there in the water. It might be a bit choppy, there's a stiff breeze, there's some clouds there in the background. Clouds could be like worry or perhaps confusion, but the point is you're moving away. This person's dressed in green, and that indicates growth and opportunity. It's from logical thinking that you're moving away. Your logical analytical ability, an ability to cut off situations and cut off the past allows you to move forward. So that's quite beneficial, okay? You can put the anxiety behind you and the worry and confusion behind you. Okay, so interestingly, all of these cards here, we've only got one royal card and we've got no major arcana, which was more or less the same as for Facebook. There was no major arcana. So I did Facebook this morning. So that's quite unusual, and it says that it's time just to get on with your domestic duties, your day-to-day things that you do, your work, and this week is not too significant in the scheme of things. But you will notice when you look at that spread, the most dominant colour is yellow. So solar plexus, fatherhood issues, and moving away from those fatherhood issues to eventual success. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to close my eyes and see if there's anything else I can tell you for the month of November 2021 overall. Okay, there's a big door here. It's a very strong steel door, but it's coloured blue. It's sort of like a blue-grey. And there's a lock here on the left-hand side to unlock it, and you have the key. Okay, just have a mouthful of this. Actually, that's interesting because I've got blue behind me. I'm wearing blue. I've got blue nails. I've even got a blue cup. Blue and white anyway. So blue is the sort of predominant colour around, which is opposite to yellow in the tarot. Okay, so two sides happening here. We have the eventual expansion and success of yellow and everything that goes with it. And then we have blue, the more introverted, sort of energy that sometimes can be a little bit forlorn or a little bit sad. So it could be that many of us are moving from a journey where we've been forlorn or sad or despondent in some way into the light. Okay, as I say that, I'm sort of back 200 years on a wagon train, on a wagon, in a wagon train, and we're going through this sort of road, and there's trees over the top, and it's like a tunnel, but it's not a tunnel, it's just the canopy of the trees along the road. And it's a hard, long journey, but it's a journey that we're making, and one that we're going to get to, okay? So it's a bit like, you know, back in the Wild West days of the US, there's a lot of exploration, there's a lot of adventure, there's some danger, and there's also success. But this particular picture I've got here in my mind, it's actually quite beautiful, with all of the trees, the green, the sun coming through, the gold, the healing rays of the sun for the people that are feeling a bit forlorn in the wagon train. So we're getting there. So just know that we're making progress. Things are moving along, and it's almost like we're at the start of a new era. What society is going through today is like hundreds of years ago when the Wild West was discovered, you know, and inhabited by white people. And there is sadness around that, of course, because of Indigenous people that were already there often suffered greatly. So depending on your point of view, but whichever point of view you take, the massacres and murder, it's just not acceptable. It's just, in the whole scheme of things, that is a very sad, shameful time. Now they're showing me a ship, and it's a wooden boat. Again, it's 100 years ago. This is the same scenario, setting out on the ocean, like Captain Cook coming to Australia, who was not the first person to discover Australia. The Dutch were here hundreds of years before Captain Cook. There are other countries as well, but it's the whole thing of exploration and adventure and discovering a new land. Okay, so that's the energy I'm getting for this month, November, and there's a lot of discoveries. This is also about discovering a new land in your own body. Okay, so getting access to more energy and the bounty of part of your body that you might have lost contact with at some point in your life, and now it could be that you actually go back and remember something you used to do and take that up again. Okay, so that's it. I hope that all makes sense to you. If you're new, subscribe and hit that notification bell. I would really appreciate that. Have a wonderful month, everybody, and I shall see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.